Since we've been talking about rules, I thought I would read you Howard B. Wigglebottom Learns to Listen. And at first, Howard doesn't know how to follow the rules, but as you can tell from the title of the book, he does learn to follow those rules. Meet Howard B. Wigglebottom. Howard is always in trouble at school because, well, Howard just doesn't listen. During story time, instead of quietly listening, Howard bounces around the room. And here's the teacher. She says, "Howard B. Wigglebottom, please sit down, be quiet, and listen." But Howard doesn't listen. "Howard B. Wigglebottom, you are bouncing too close to the fan." But Howard doesn't listen. "Hey, Howard, watch your step." At lunchtime, his friends try to warn him, but Howard doesn't listen. After lunch, Howard's friends try to tell him something important. Blah, 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 blah. But Howard doesn't listen. "Keep your eye on the ball, Howard." On the playground, Howard's teammates try to help him. Boink. But Howard doesn't listen. In the art room, the teacher reminds the class, "Kids, try to keep the paint on your paper." But Howard doesn't listen. So the teacher asks him to take a time out. Now, that's one of the things that can happen if you don't follow the rules, right? He feels sad. Howard does not like being alone and in trouble. He thinks and thinks about his day. Howard makes up his mind. From that moment on, he will try very hard to be the best listener he can be. The next day, Howard does listen during story time. He waits for his turn to talk and then asks a question about the story. Howard gets a big star because Howard is really listening. While walking home, Howard uses both his eyes and ears to help stay safe. Howard is really listening. When Howard gets home, he listens to his mother. "Please hang up your backpack and clean your room now." "Okay, Mom." Howard is really listening. So Howard gets extra time to play and have fun. Awesome ears, Howard. Howard B. Wigglebottom is really listening. He says, "Time for your bedtime story. Please brush your teeth first, Howard." Almost all of the time. So that's what happens when you don't follow the rules and how all the good things that can happen when you do follow the rules. Let's go ahead and take a look at our blends, the new ones that we're working on. These are the R blends. We call them R blends because that's the second letter of the blend. So there's two consonants together. Remember, there's two kinds of letters in the alphabet. There's vowels, A-E-I-O-U, and then there's consonants, and all the other letters are the consonants. So we've got like in truck. We've got to blend those together. We've got like in pray. We've got, that's the PR blend. We've got the GR blend. Green. My favorite color. And we have the FR blend. From. And these are really stuck together today. We've got the DR blend, probably the trickiest one for kids to hear. Dress. CR, crown. And the BR blend, brown. So we're going to be working with those R blends all week in Haggerty. All right, DO spells do, and that's one of your new words. Then we've got LITTLE, little. Boy, down, out. There they go. With, look, all, girl, did, to, see, am, of, go, you, as, have, I, we, can, his, and the last one is at. Now, if you've been joining us at 10 o'clock for our live lessons, we work on these high frequency words. We work on like things like blends and vowels. Unfortunately, this week we can't have those lessons because the older kids are taking their state testing and we aren't allowed to stream, right? Because it interferes with them being able to take the test. So we'll be back at it next Tuesday after our little Easter break is over. All right, 2 words. You give me a thumbs up if they rhyme or a thumbs down if they don't. Drum, crumb. Drag, brag. Bread, head. Gruff, grow. Now they both have that GR blend, but they don't rhyme. Prop, drop. Drum, from. Branch, bring. Both of them have a BR blend, but they don't rhyme. Frog, front. Trap, try. Dunk, trunk. Yes, those do rhyme. All right. Now, I'm going to say a word. You tell me the first sound you hear. It will be an R blend because the first one is frog. So you'll hear the FR blend, right? Grab, grr. Press, prr. Trap, trr. Now that's that tricky one, that TR, trr, trap. Bread, brr. Drink, drr. Crib, crr. Present, prr. Grass, grr. And fresh, frr. All right, now I'm going to tell you the blend and then the rest of the word. You try to put it together before I do. Let's see what word you hear. Drag, drag, that dr. All right. Ick, trick, drill, drill, trim, trim, trust, trust, trip, trip, gram, gram, dress, dress, brand, brand, and trek, trek. I think the R blends are a little harder to hear. Now, we're going to listen to 3 words. They all will have the same ending sound. The last sound you hear will be the same. See if you can tell me what it is. 6 packs, fox. X, right? That X sound. Stiff, cough, laugh. Steal, file, call. Oh. Drape, slope, snap. Frame, clam, same. Page, barge, fringe. Hid, slide, glad. Kiss, bless, grass. And the last one, tease, freeze, knees. Right? All right. Now this time, I'm going to give you the whole word. You're going to break it down to the blend and the rest of the word. All right? Don't just sit there. Don't just sit there and watch me do it. You've got to do it with me. When you do it, it makes it a whole lot easier for your brain to understand it. If you just sit there and watch, you're just not learning as much. So our first word is going to be French. So it's French. Brim, brim. Track, track. Crimp, imp. Brat, at. Frisk, isk. Craft, aft. Trot, pot. Cramp, amp. And trunk, trunk. All right, now we are changing the beginning. All right, so we have grab, change the gr to a cr, crab, crab. Press, change the pr to a dr, dress. Bread, change the br to a dr, dread. Drum, change the dr to a fr, from. Glass, change the gl to a gr, grass. Track, change the tr to a cr, crack. And prick, change the pr to a tr, trick. All right, we are adding. Now, some of it, the blend is separated, like the first one. The word's rush, and we're going to add a b. So we've got b and rush. So the BR blend is separate there. So b, rush, brush, rack, rack, crack. Uck, add tr, truck. Rag, add b, rag, brag. And this last one, the blend is separated too. So we have ramp. The R is separate from the k, so we'll have k, ramp, cramp. All right, now we're taking away that beginning sound, and we are totally separating the blend in the first one. All right, so we've got the word drip. We're only taking away the d. So you have rip left over. Rip, drip, right? How about grant? Take away the gr. Ant. That time I took away the whole blend. This time I'm going to take away the whole blend again. Frill, take away the fr, ill. This time I'm separating the blend. Trick, take away the t, rick, trick. Okay, separating the blend. Draft, raft. Do you hear how we separated it? All right, it's raining, it's pouring. It's raining, it's pouring. The old man is snoring. He went to bed and bumped his head. And we'll find out the rest tomorrow. All right, I'll see you in a minute, and we're going to keep working on that long E sound, that long E sound.